Hello guys, and welcome back to my Britannia campaign on Rome Total War. Due to you guys in the last episode being so enthusiastic about the new series, I've obviously decided to continue it, and I'm looking forward to getting on with it. So I'm not going to mess around, I will be continuing while I'm talking. But basically, I was absolutely amazed by the response, and I really want to thank you guys for leaving all the comments. There was actually so many comments that I didn't have chance to reply to them all because the YouTube spam bot came up and was like, no, you cannot respond to all of these messages, how dare you. Now, since the last save, I have added a mod, because I've been playing another campaign on the side. I've added a mod that reduces squalor. And for those of you guys who played Rome Total War previously probably know about squalor. Squalor is basically where people get where the population of the settlement becomes too much for the facilities, and then people just hate you for no reason. And it kind of gets really annoying and causes random revolts for no reason. So I've added this little mod that basically makes certain buildings help a little more towards that. I believe that's only really a big issue with the Romans, so it shouldn't be as much of an issue anyway with the Britons, but we'll see if it actually makes a difference. So, need to start building some shrines in these different settlements, especially this Alesia, which I've just captured off the Gauls. So we're going to go ahead and create we'll create a happiness shrine with the health bonus, because obviously it's a enemy settlement, and to be able to get the public order to remain good, I'm going to have to build a shrine that helps in that respect. So I'm going to auto manage this. You're probably wondering why, and it's made it go to a yellow face, which is under 100% public order. That's basically because it would have put a high tax rate on the city, which basically improves the income. So I would do that manually, but honestly it's a lot easier to just leave it on auto manage, just because if you leave the settlement now, like say if I left it now and everyone hates me, the next turn the auto manage will turn it back up, so I don't have to worry too much about micromanagement, which is really nice. So anyway, it looks like I could possibly leave this settlement with just some peasants in it and it would be okay. So I'm going to do that now, and we're going to move on with this army to take another settlement off the Gauls. So let's go straight over to this settlement over here. I believe it's Lemanum. I think that's what it's called. And we're going to draw our guys out of Samaro Briva, and we're going to head over to Condate Redonum. So we're going to leave this guy, Sinhua, in the settlement, and I'm going to take the rest of the men out, and then we're going to wander him over to attack that settlement. In the meantime, moving the diplomat over to the Germanians. I already got it in the last episode, I believe, but considering I'm just going all out war with the Gauls, we may as well send him over in that direction. Actually, I should probably head him down towards Rome, get some trade routes with them early on, because they will produce a lot of income for me if I can. So you can see here throughout my towns I've got peasants holding them, which isn't great if I did get attacked on my mainland, but it doesn't happen very often in Rome Total War, so gonna just continue here. I think I've done everything for this turn, so let's leave it there and move on to the next turn. That was nice and quick still. But we're going to continue to move these armies across France, and we'll see where they end up. So let's go attack this settlement. Attack this settlement. I believe I have my spy in here, and it looks like he's managed to infiltrate, which is really nice. So we're going to go straight into this siege without creating anything there. But I'm just going to maintain the siege and check out these reports before I do anything else, so that's fine. Looks like I've built everything I need to. And diplomatic information, Germania and Gaul are now allies. Okay, so I have to be wary of that. Hopefully Germania won't attack me while I'm attacking Gaul, but we'll see, because that is more than possible that that will actually happen. So let's go straight into our first battle of this second episode. Looks like I have a good advantage, so let's fight this on the battle map. Rightio, so you can see the gates are already open for us because I had my spies infiltrate the settlement before I got there. Doesn't actually work out as well as that normally, but we'll see how it goes. Now let's get the druids there, and we'll get the slingers either side of this group, and what we'll do is we'll move up to the gate, and if they've got anyone left on the other side, then what I'll do is just pepper them with slingers. Yeah, you can see they've got men right there. They don't have any slingers themselves, so I can just move up the slingers and just pepper them down before my men even get involved in the battle. So I'm going to move these guys forwards as a group just to keep them in formation. Get the slingers forwards. Just going to speed this up. Also, if I go through the gates and I keep the druids here as well, it looks like they're actually sallying forth to come and get me, so I'm going to slow down the speed here. Actually, I don't know exactly what they're doing. The AI is just deciding to hug the wall. Okie dokie. Well, looks like these slingers can actually fire at them. So you can see these stones flying into the entrance there. I'm going to move my druids up to the wall, and I'm going to start them chanting, so that if I charge through the walls, my men will be still affected by their morale bonus. Going to do the war cry. I read the comments from the last one. Someone mentioned that you're supposed to let the animation finish before you actually use them. With the chanting, I should easily win this battle. I'm going to go straight over. For some reason, my slingers can't actually attack properly, but these ones can, so they're going to continue to throw their stones. I'm not sure if these druids are exactly in range for their taunts to be that effective, but hopefully it will be. I need to get these slingers into a place whereby they can fire at these guys. I think they're a bit too far forward, so I'm going to bring them further back again. Now they can fire at them. There we go. So the angle wasn't really good enough for the slingers, but now it should be, so hopefully they'll start slinging soon. Maybe I have to tell them to. Yep, there we go. It doesn't look like actually many of them are firing. We got the front lines going on here. So my men are actually losing. Possibly. No, it's very, very even actually between these warband. Which makes sense, considering. Hopefully with some stones flying in, it will actually help out. You can see it's catching a few people on the side here. Need to get these slingers into range as well, really. I'm not sure how far back they can be, though. Now, I try to maintain as many people as I can after battles, so I tend to take battles a lot more carefully. But if it's an issue and battles become too long because of it, I may just go for the old strategies where you just run everyone in and hope for the best. But hopefully I won't have to be forced to do that, because I like the strategy involved in keeping your men alive. Unfortunately, again, it looks like not many of my stone throwers can actually throw that. Yeah, like 3 or 4 of them are actually slinging stones, the rest of them aren't. It looks like this is a horrible bug. I hate when this happens in sieges. Alright, while they're all fighting, I'm actually going to get this warband completely inside. I'm also going to do it with these slinger squad as well. And then I can start firing on the second bunch of warband in the city. Now, as long as I keep the actual warband alive, I should be okay. Because then I can just replenish them in this settlement, and it looks like I've actually won that little skirmish there, and the rest of my men will come inside the settlement, which will be useful. I'm going to walk them in. It looks like they all ran around that way for some reason. I'm going to actually send my warband around this way. I'm going to move up both my slinger squads behind them. Don't want them facing the wrong way. That's probably not the best idea. I'm not going to bring my chariots in because it will just probably break all of my men, because I'll probably end up trampling my own men. So we'll see how it goes anyway. Looks like all my men got in there. I'm just speeding it up because obviously you guys don't want to just see guys walking around, and honestly it bores me as well. So we're going to get our men into the action as quickly as possible, and the reason I speed it up and I don't run them is because running them makes them tired and less efficient in battle, so I want to avoid that as best I can. And for some reason they're not actually going where I told them to, which is an issue. So I'm actually going to have to run them here. Now I'm not sure why they didn't go where I wanted them to. Looks like we got 2 squads versus 1 here, and my druids are coming up behind. And I'm going to start them chanting. Hopefully these slingers, once they get into position, will start firing into the side of them. That will be very handy. They seem to be like throwing nothing again. Yeah, there's nothing being thrown. That's kind of annoying. I think it's because they're trying to throw things at these guys behind the muster field that we have here. There we go. Now we're throwing into the side of them. So this is the general unit. If we break this, it should be pretty easy to finish off the battle. You can see all of the stones coming in. The tree gets in my way, great. Slowly whittling them down, there we go. And he's running away. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to stop these guys firing before they kill everyone in my own squads. And we're going to run them up into positions whereby they can attack the enemies from a distance. Trying to disengage my men here from this little skirmish, because I don't want to fight them in this square, because if they fight in the square then they never rout and it kills a lot of your men.
The warlord of the enemy army is running like a
the thing I really need to do is force them out by... I need to force them out by throwing stones at them and then rout them. That's the easiest way to do it. So here you can see, because I'm throwing stuff at them, they're going to run out, and then hopefully this second squad will rout, and then I can just end the battle and get loads of free kills.
The enemy warlord flees from our warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same way.
Need to get these men into position as quickly as possible. Just going to speed it up. Need to stop them skirmishing. That's probably the biggest issue here.
The enemy warlord flees from our warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same way.
There we go. Right. So now they'll keep skirmishing backwards and forwards and keep routing. Looks like the general actually died there. Now my slingers can just throw all of their stones And now, even though they have a few hundred men left, I can just click end battle, they will all die, and that is a free victory. There we go. That's how you take a settlement. First actual siege that we've done. Pretty easy. Not actually too much to worry about there. There we go, because there's not actually many people in this settlement. I'm just going to occupy it. Going to destroy this shrine, build one that is part of my culture. And we may as well just go for the one with increase in tradable goods. You've got wood in this particular, or timber in this particular province, so that'll increase the income from that. And like I said, we can just replenish our warband from the settlement. So that is about that. I think all of my other places are busy building stuff already. Just going to skip through them all and add things where I feel necessary. And I believe that's it. Yep, job done. We're going to move on to the next turn now. So this is that what I was talking about with the Germanians. Now what I'm tempted to do is ally with them, but it's kind of a bit of an issue. If I want to expand in that direction, I will have to break the alliance first. But what I have planned is that I push down to Rome as quickly as possible, and that way if I attack Rome early on, then I will be able to push them out of the world basically before they expand too much, and then I have too much to deal with. The people I'm most scared about are actually the Greeks and the Macedons, because they have the craziest armies to fight against, and considering I don't have any long spears as such, and I will host a lot of cavalry and chariots, it's going to be a bit of an issue. So I'm going to stop these blockades by just attacking their navies. Sunk that ship, so that's no longer going to be an issue. And we're going to retrain that, and we're actually going to build another boat just to help out. You can see this army's actually got pretty big here. We are already the largest faction. Looks like we're all good there. This warlord's hold allows more stuff to be upgraded, so I'm going to build a port for the trade, and of course I'm just going to upgrade the rest of the stuff in due time. First of all, I'm going to get the happiness rating up, then the communal farming to get the income. As you can see, improved farms and food production +2, that increases the amount of income the province makes. And then here with the Sacred Grove of Britannia, we've got the happiness bonus and health bonus. Then I'll probably build the meeting hall and the rest of the stuff, just to be able to build armies in the UK easily, and then I can put them onto boats and send them around the globe. So let's get on with it. Just going to add the rest of this stuff into here. Build the walls first. I like to upgrade the walls, although it's not really necessary. The only time it is necessary is to counter squalor, but because I've obviously added that, I no longer need to. I added the mod that I was talking about before. Now it's not really a cheat, because all it does is just make the game really tedious, and I don't like game mechanics that do that. It's just a waste of time. So instead of attacking this settlement, which is going to be pretty easy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send let's see how many units there actually are. There are 3 in here. So I'm going to actually send my general with a couple of units to go lay siege to that. I'm not going to build any points on it, but if they sally forth to go and attack me, I can probably kill them. Whereas I'm going to use the rest of these troops to attack this larger Gaelic army before it hits me in the back. So I'm going to get my men out of this settlement. Not all of them, because obviously we need a defense in case they attack back. I'm going to leave probably the smallest units, so the 150 men there. Take the rest out, build a bigger army, and we'll have a big clash with this guy soon enough. Now what I'm going to do, like I said before, I need to go establish relations with Rome, so I'm going to bring these guys down, or bring this diplomat down as quickly as possible. And I'm actually going to start building an army as best I can, wherever I can. So it looks like I'm actually lacking money, so I'm just going to build a couple of swordsmen for now. And we're going to continue laying siege here. Hopefully this army, you can see if I click on it, you can see how far it can actually travel, and it can't travel fast enough to break that siege without attacking me. So it's either going to go and lay siege to this place here, and in which I can just attack with him, or he will attack me directly, in which case I should kill him on the open fields very, very easily because of all the chariots. So let's see what happens. Well, he's actually disappeared on me. That's great. We've got a suitable husband. I'm going to actually take him, get all the help I can get. He can probably lead my new army, and I'm going to go and chase down where this guy's gone now. I think I just guessed the wrong place. He probably went up here somewhere. That's kind of frustrating. I need to go find that army as quickly as possible. Those guys got married. That's what that's about. Another marriage celebration. Construction's complete. And there we go. Right. So you can see the 161 swordsmen. Swordsmen beat warband any day. So I'm going to just continue to build swordsmen and slingers if I can. Actually, I'll build some warband here. And what I'll do is I'll add slingers to this queue, and I'll start building swordsmen and slingers in Londinium as well. And some warband up in Ebor Rackham. I'm not actually sure what that normally is in real life, what sort of settlement that represents, but there we go. I'm going to actually add a battering ram to this siege. It will take a couple of turns to finish, but it'll be worth it once my army arrives. Really need to find the settlement. There we go. He looks like he's popped out at Lasia, which is fair enough. It looks like he wants his capital back. Largest faction, Germania. Big deal. Okie dokie. Everything's still building where I need it to. This guy can go jump down to the port. I'm actually going to attack this navy. Should destroy the the ships. And we should be able to get these guys into the navy, and I'm going to drop him off on the other side of the shore. I can start building up the army that I've been creating. Add more to the queues. And we're continuing to build in every settlement. Looks like everything's done again. So now we're going to just follow that Gaelic army. Looks like he went down. And we got ambushed. Their attempt to surprise you failed. You'll have time to prepare for battle. That's absolutely fine then. So you can see we're 1,713 men versus 1,526 men. And I'm going to fight this, of course, on the battle map. Okie dokie, let's sort out some sort of formation. So we got a warband. We're going to keep them all together. And keep them there. Actually, what I'll do is place them just in front of all of these guys as a defensive line. Actually going to run them because obviously they are approaching very steadily. I'm going to move my druids to the center of the line. I'm going to keep the slingers at the back for now because they're attacking me, and although I'd like to use the skirmish, I'm actually going to turn their skirmish off and just keep them at the back attacking as much as I can. I'm going to keep the Woad Warriors actually on the left flank, and I'm going to break the flank from left to right as best I can. So they're chanting at me. I'm actually going to chant back just so I get the same bonus that they do. And this general is going to charge into the left flank with the Woad Warriors. This general at the back with 105 men is going to stay right there. And I'm going to keep these chariots on the flank as well, with their bows in hands. So my Woad Warriors are going to catch onto the back of these guys here. I'm going to actually retreat my general. Hopefully these Woad Warriors can catch them a bit better. So I can actually charge back into the back of these warband, because... Okie dokie. So it looks like I've actually routed them on the left side here. Like I said, I wanted to rout them on the left flank. And on the right side, done it here. I'm going to actually charge this warband now, because with the rest of the unit, or rest of the army broken, I've already won the battle. Okay, well that's one way to win the battle, I guess. Now I'm just going to leave my chariots to mop that up, and I'm actually going to chase down the rest of these men with my other chariots. So we're going to bring back these men. I'm going to just let my chariots run through all my men, because I honestly don't care at this point. I can't actually kill my own men with chariots, I don't believe. Not easily anyway. So it's just down to the morale of them being thrown up into the air that matters. Random dude just kills the general. Fair enough. And we're just running down the rest of these troops, and I'm actually just going to speed it up, just so we don't waste too much time watching people die, which I'm sure you all love. But actually my chariots are being taken into the forest. They don't act best in the forests, but there we go. And make them zoom around and drive over everyone. Man, this is scared. It looks so funny. It's like a Benny Hill movie. Okie dokie, and I think nearly done. Man, just imagine. Alright, he's dead. Okie dokie. And it's clear victory. We basically wiped out their entire army there. And hopefully that's wiped it off the campaign map, because the last thing I wanted to be able to do is chase down 100 men. We shall rule. There we go. And I think my general has actually ranked up from that. Let's have a look. Yes, he's gained +1 command. Beautiful. He's actually gained +2 because he got a famous warrior retinue, which, if I show you, is this thing here. A leader who can attract great warriors to his cause increases his own stature in the eyes of the people. +1 command and +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. That makes this guy amazing. He is my faction heir after all, and he's only 37 years old, already command 5, so that's very, very good. This man shows skill in battle command, but from time to time he makes tactical errors. Oh dear. Right, we're going to actually continue moving this army south, and we're going to take this rebel town. In the meantime, I should be able to assault this town shortly, and I'm going to have to be careful of these Germanians. For some reason, they are approaching my borders. I feel tension rising between us, so hopefully I can deal with that when it actually breaks out. Of course, still creating an army, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, keeping with the swordsmen over Woad Warriors, because Woad Warriors, although they're good, they're not good enough. You can see they have 13 attack, the swordsmen have 10 attack, but the Woad Warriors only have 4 defense, where the swordsmen have 12 defense. So the Woad Warriors hit hard, but they honestly die very quickly, whereas the swordsmen don't. Now, for some reason, they look exactly the same pretty much, just one has blue skin, and for some reason that makes them easier to kill. But there we go. Either way, I believe that is all the time I have for this episode. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the second episode of Rome Total War Britannia campaign, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking over the world soon enough, especially with this particular dude coming onto this settlement, and I'm still sieging this one over here, so plenty to look forward to in the next episode. But like I said, gonna leave it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. These episodes are going to be coming out every other day, so look out for them. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.